Okay, so we want to start with talking about the many faces of survival.
And like I was saying earlier, we don't always have to talk about extremes. I used that last trailer where I was talking about coming through the woods. I was coming back from my mother's, your granny's, and I missed a turn. I think I wasn't paying attention or something. And these kind of things can happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these kind of places still exist where you don't have the luxuries of modern technology.
Yeah, what'd you call it?
90s problem.
Yeah, it was a 90s problem.
Because you don't, I'm just thinking how many times, as a kid, this would have been kind of a normal scenario to avoid. You keep enough gas in your tank because you might be, out somewhere and you don't have a cell phone. That wasn't even an option. So it is funny too, the people that were at the gas station already knew that as a thing too. So their response was more light and funny. Like they kind of thought, oh yeah, this guy just knew, from out of town, just learned this thing about where we're from. We already know this. And so there's something to that mentality too, where you can see fear really comes from ignorance.
Yeah.
It comes from not knowing what to do.
Yeah. And I think that just kind of helps to better illustrate that survival's a very broad thing, and there's a lot of different faces of survival. And that's one of the things that we want to do with the podcast is to, paint that picture of all the different faces of survival.
Yeah. There's something with being able to hear a story and then you can really see yourself in that position or, things that you would have never considered actually being to do with survival. Because when we think about survival, there's this image of you've got a basement cellar filled with canned goods and you're practicing archery and you're
prepper.
Yeah, exactly. There's the prepper model and there's the zombie apocalypse model. Yeah. So there's different ways that we conceptualize and try to deal with what this looks like of just survival. Yeah. It's always much more intense than what it really is. It's just living long term. That's survival.
Yeah. And I mean, I was telling you, I see these folks that are out on the corners, getting money. And my first thought is that's a big scheme because there's different people on the corner all the time. But the truth is, a lot of these people they're not living out there because they want to live out there, and they are surviving.
Just hearing people's stories about how, even modern day problems can be just, really challenging, really difficult to survive.
Join us in our podcast starting in December. For Sarah,
I'm Sarah Darville.
I'm Ken Darville, and this is Zodiac.